Hey guys, Maury with 316 Automotive. What are we going to do today? Today we're going to get access underneath there. I'm going to show you up close here. We're going to get the security numbers for the alarm code, and we're going to send that off to eEuro Parts, and I'm going to buy a stage 2 tune from them. So you got to send the ECU off and all that stuff, and or you know, they have the same thing. You just order it on their website, and they'll send you a reconditioned ECU with the tune on it and a set of spark plugs. You install those, you send yours back for a core charge, and so it turns out to be the same. So, but first thing you got to do is you got to find the alarm code, which is on the ECU underneath the glove compartment. So that's what I'm going to do now. So I'm going to show you how to get there. And it's a pain in the butt. You got to take the glove compartment off. But I have to take the glove compartment off, as well as underneath the driver's side here. I got to take both those off because I got to repaint them because of the, remember on about the color change for the interior, slight color change due to the leather. And I'll do another episode on that. Okay. Okay, you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and probably a few more. And then this whole thing drops right out. And then you can get to right up under near here where you need to be. So you can see the different color, the door card here versus, that's a beige versus the beige on the unpainted plastic. And so I'm going to take care of that. When we're all done, these are both going to look the same. This is a darker beige. It's Krylon beige, but I'll go over that in another episode. So, all right. Don't forget, you got to unplug your light too before. So you got a connector back there, and you can pop it off. And I've had this thing off before. There's another episode about that too. So, all right, stand by. Okay, for this job, you're going to need a 10 millimeter, and that's for the bolt that's right there. And then you're going to need a Torx T25, and that's for all around the perimeter. And then you just pull it back a little bit, pull it aft, and then drop it down, and you can get to the two connectors right there. Pop them out, and they go right to the light right there. And then you're halfway of getting to where you want to be. So stand by. Okay, you got to peel back the carpet here, and you got to take out this the plastic cover right here, and then you got to peel back the weather stripping for the door, and then you come in here, you peel back the carpet like I got, and this connector is going to be up there kind of like that, and you want to grab the connector in the middle. See where my index finger is? You want to pull that down, and then this whole thing will come right out. The connector will come right out. Then here's the ECU, and there's going to be a 8 millimeter bolt right in there. You're going to take that out, and I'll get it out in just a second here. And there it drops right out. See, there's the bolt hole. The whole thing just drops right out. So now you're good to go. All right. You got to get these codes off it here, so I'm getting those codes right now, and then we'll get on with the eEuro Parts. Hey guys, look what came in the mail today. Courtesy of eEuro Parts. There's one stage 2 and 4 spark plugs. These are NGK right there. So let's get this show on the road. Okay, first thing I want to do is take off the direct injection cassette. That is a Torx T30. Then you're going to need a 16mm deep drive or a spark plug socket. Same. All the spark plugs look like this. I'm going to get it up to the camera. You can see that. It's got a good color to it. So things are happy there. Snug them up. Manual says to torque these babies to 27 Newton meters. So I've got my beam scale here. Now we'll just put the cassette back on, and then we'll get to the ECU inside. Okay, the DI cassette's in. The connector is snapped back on. These T30 bolts are torqued down. There's no torque spec to them that I know about, so I just torque them to something normal that I feel, because you're going into an aluminum head, so you can't do it like steel. All right, onto the inside. Okay, you gotta pull away the rubber molding, get the carpet back. There's the ECU connector right there. Okay, now the screw that's here, little bolt, it takes an 8mm, so let's get that out. It's a little sheet metal screw, and then we can drop the ECU down. Comes out. Hey, Bill.
Raise your refrigerator.
Okay, back to it. Flip it up, the connector, like I just did, and it peels away, and there's your ECU. When you get this thing from Euro Parts, you want to make sure that your VIN is correct, and they call it an IMMO, but it's the alarm code or serial number, if you will. They call it an immobilizer. You want to match those two up with your car. So the new immobilizer code is actually your old one, and they just put the old code into this box. And then you see these green stickers here, and they've got everything correct. So now we're going to throw it back in. By the way, when you're putting this back, see this tab right here that I got my finger on? That's going to slide up under a little sheet metal bracket here. Make sure you get that slid up there correctly. It's not hard to do, but you gotta pay attention though a little bit. And of course, I should have told you this on the beginning of the video. Make sure you got the battery disconnected. So I've already done that off camera. So now work the door seal back in, and we are ready for a test ride. All right, folks, here we are in a test drive. The car's warmed up, so now I'm going to stop here and see how she does. All right, guys, just to wrap it up on the ECU tune. I've got Euro Parts up on the computer right here, and I spent $150 on the new tune, and there's a $125 core charge, so you add those two together. But when you send your old one back, you'll get that $125 back. They did it fine for me, so it was all well and good. They do have a page that's connected with the ordering page that you can look at where your ECU should be. So all in all, it was a pretty good repair. Not too hard. You got to do the spark plugs and the ECU, and you got to send them the code first, and then they'll take care of you. But wasn't a big deal at all. So would I do it again? Yeah, I would.